Hey, good morning, folks. This is Brian Harris, the creator of the Black Las Vegas Food Festival, October 26th and 27th. I hope you will be there. I'm also going to invite you to come to the Black Business Expo, the 28th and 29th at the Eclipse Theater, where we discuss the mission of the Black Business Council and talk about the things that are important in our community. But today, I have a different shirt on. This shirt says Black Business equals Black Power. I've been wearing my Black Las Vegas Food Festival every day, but I needed to take a stop today and talk about an issue that's important and dear to me, and it's called equality of opportunity. I will be going at 1 o'clock down to the community benefits program, community benefits meeting, and I'm going to read the following letter. And I want you to hear it first, and I'm explaining to you why it is important that we show up, show out, and start to demand equality of opportunity. It says this letter that will be read into the minutes at the beginning says, Black America has continually fought for equality for everyone. But what about us? From the civil rights movement to the consent decree of 1971 in Las Vegas, our forefathers have been on the front lines for equality and equal opportunity. The consent decree of 1971 promised equality and equal opportunity. The consent decree of 1971 promised more opportunity for Black people on the Strip at all levels of their organizations. But if you look at the numbers today, this was another broken promise. With the growth of the Strip, an explosion of diversity for other groups has happened, but the opportunity for Black people continued to decline at all levels of participation. On March 3rd, 2017, Colin Kaepernick was officially blackballed from the NFL for quietly protesting social justice and white supremacy. We must realize one of the major reasons for social injustice and white supremacy is income inequality. While the players in the NFL are 68% Black, the economic opportunity outside of the players is dismal at best. On April 28, 2016, Mr. Davis said he wanted to move the Raiders to Las Vegas. To make this dream happen, $750 million of taxpayers' money was allocated to the stadium project. With the allocation of the government funds for the Raider station came the promise of community benefits. The request was driven by the Black community, with many politicians coming to our community for support, with the promise of economic opportunity for our community as well as others. About a year and a half ago, Ken Evans was he is the head of the board for the community benefits, was publicly expressing the success of the benefits program as it pertains to small business. Today, the board proudly talks about the number of veterans, women, and other groups participating in this project. At that time, I requested from Ken Evans and Ms. Lightfoot about the number of Black businesses and workers on the project. My goal was to validate the mission of all communities sharing in the benefits of this stadium that was paid for with government tax funds. Unfortunately, my request has gone unanswered. We believe that the numbers are critical in determining the success of the mission for the benefits program. While the board will attempt to hide behind SB1 as their justification for not giving us the numbers, this is basically business as usual or promises broken. We have committed to explore our legal rights through the AB 281 requirements if necessary. This is one that is required by the government that all public works that people document by race, by gender, the number of employees working. And if the government has given monies to there, we're actually looking for that to be held up. A couple of weeks ago, I spoke to a young man that had made over $198,000 in 11 months on this project. He was not a Black man, nor was he a Black woman. These jobs and business opportunities are critical to uplifting our communities, including the Black community. The Black community is roughly 13% of Las Vegas, and we simply want to know the percentages of Black businesses and Black people of Black descent that are benefiting from the project. Again, our initial hope was to celebrate the success of the program. However, Should the numbers not reflect the real benefits, then the Black Business Council would like to assist in developing a real benefits program that is inclusive of black business and people. Black America has never wanted a free ride. We want equal opportunity and promises kept. If tax dollars are used with a commitment to benefit all communities, then we need to know the numbers. If the numbers are not reflective of the goal, then we need to fix the problems. There's still time. We will continue to reach out to get this simple request answered. On August 14, 2019, the NFL signed an agreement with Jay-Z in the name of entertainment and social justice. How are we to believe that this is not just another publicity stunt unless the NFL is serious about their existing promises? If the community benefits program was designed to uplift all communities, then we expect promises to be kept for the black community. The key to white supremacy is wealth inequality. Listen to that, wealth inequality. Many of today's programs that were designed for inclusion actually exclude black people. We are asked to celebrate increased women's, veterans, disability, and disadvantaged business participation while we're actually celebrating white supremacy. The black community knows that the white male contractors simply put their wives, children, girlfriends, mothers in business under the acceptable diversity tags. The masters, I'm talking about the Raiders, the NFL, government, etc., then simply celebrate diversity while maintaining the status quo. This must stop. If we are serious about true community benefits, they say that by 2053, black America, not minorities, not women, not men, not veterans, will have no wealth in America as a unit. Why? Because the playing field is not level. We are simply asking for a fair playing field with opportunity for our group. We cannot and will not continue to celebrate our demise. We demand promises kept for the project and all projects using government funds. Folks, there is all kind of government fund projects that are going on. This isn't just about the radio stadium. This is about equity of opportunity for black folks. We have been the race has demanded equality, but we have been the race that has gotten less of that equality because we open the door and everybody else walks through. We open the door and they figure out ways to still continue the status quo, but to keep us silent. And if we stay silent, then we get what we deserve. I'm not a contractor. I don't benefit from what I'm going here. I'm a businessman, though. I would like to benefit from the opportunities there. We cannot continue to have gatekeepers who basically will go along with what's going on. We, as black people, need to get the time to come out and demand our fair share. We have to start holding our leaders accountable. If you're going to be in that chair and you're going to look like me, then you need to be fighting for me. And guess what? If you're fighting, I'm going to fight with you, but you need to be out fighting for me. And guess what? If you're the inside man, then you need to tell us what's going on. Just like they had the spook who sat by the door, we need some spooks who sit by the door, find out what's going on, and help us as black people change the trajectory to zero. There's some people who don't like the fact that I state the fact that by 2053, I didn't put it out there, but it's very obvious when you look what's going on, that black people, not every other group that they're trying to help, black people will have no wealth in America. And it's a shame if we sit there like the ostrich with our head in the sand. It is time, folks, that we come together as a people and demand our fair share. Not handouts, not giveaways, not something for all, because when they say something for all, we tend to not get it. We need fair and equity opportunities. We pay taxes just like everyone else. And when issues happen and the taxes go to everybody else, then everything rises but us. The tide rises for them, we get swept away in the tide. So I'm very passionate about what I'm saying. And I invite you to come out. I'm going to put on here what time, but it's at 1 o'clock. It's over at the RTC building across from the government building. I believe it's 600. I'll text it the number because I don't know it right off the top of my head. But I challenge you, if you have the time, come out and listen. Come out and learn. Come out and let them know. Let the Raiders know. Let the builders of the stadium know that we know what you're doing. And it ain't right. And we need to celebrate our success, not others' success. So this is my thought for the day. I challenge you to come out. I challenge you to listen. I challenge you to be engaged so that we can see that our kids and our kids' kids live the American dream and not the American nightmare. This is Brian Harris's commentary. I am part of the independent black voters. Our vote is not free. Many of the folks who came to our communities asking us to support this community benefits plan in the Raider State, we will not forget. We will not forget. Peace.